Peace and blessings. I hope you guys are doing well. All praises to the Most High and all praises to our Mellah King, Yahushua HaMashiach. For without him, where would we be? Sorry, y'all. Okay, because this is the thing. I don't usually make videos like this, but I had to because, you watch everything, right? We are to be watchers, so I see everything. And these people love to play on our intelligence because they think, like I said, that we are illy educated. We're not able to see beyond the little lies, the trickery that they are putting forth, right? These are the things that they are producing because Satan likes to transform himself into a form of light, right? An angel of light. That's what he likes to do. And this is what he literally has done. Okay? But a lot of these people who are worshiping these celebrities, this is why I always tell people that you must vet everyone and everything. You got to watch what you're feeding your spirit because a lot of you people, excuse me, a lot of you are actually worshiping these damn celebrities and you don't know what the fuck they're into. And then just because you have them coming forth acting like as if they're spewing truth, because here's the thing, you need to understand, there's been a kind of like, I want to say, a generational period where they've had to gauge us, where they are allowing for these celebrities to go out on a limb and say certain things that they weren't able to say back then. You know what I mean? Like take for instance Kanye. You understand? And people, this is how you can be easily deceived, is because he sold out. Don't you think just because he's telling you that they sacrificed his mom, he knew about it? Come on now. He acting like he didn't know about it. He knew about it. That's why he got all the money. But see, they want you to think that somehow Kanye has changed his life around and he's doing Sunday church. He's having Sunday church Bible study and this and that. Come on now. He bought and paid for with the price by Satan. You understand? But you see how they play on people. And this person that I'm about to talk about, Chandler Jones, is no different. Okay? He's no different. So this is just a short video that I want to show. I'm going to try to skip it to the most important things because I don't want to make a long, extensive video. But the reason why I like this guy's channel, Indisputable, is because they talk about a lot of injustice that goes on in the community, and they're not too biased in terms of what I've heard from the Turks, young Turks. Like usually they're pretty biased, with a lot of things that they say. And I'm not saying that I haven't come across a video with this person being biased or pious, but they have. But we already know that they're in the pool of that realm, entertainment. So there's things that they can say, things that they cannot say. But, nonetheless, this journalist, I feel like when it came to this story, even though he might know a little bit more than what he's leading on, he made some very key things that he pointed out in this. So just listen.
Chandler Jones says that he was basically illegally injected with something foreign. He doesn't know what it is. He was thrown into a mental health facility against his will. He had no issues of mental defect, and he still has questions. Put up the picture full mask. This is an extreme story, and very troubling. NFL star Chandler Jones took to social media, claiming he was taken to a mental hospital against his will by the Las Vegas Fire Department, where he was forced medication and injections with unknown substances. The first page, assumed to be written on his first day out of the facility, reads, and I quote, "First day out. If my fans and friends were wondering, I was taken in by the Las Vegas Fire Department last week against my will. I was injected with I don't know what. They said that it was a court hold and the Las Vegas police put me on it. I haven't done anything wrong. The police said people were concerned about me because of..."
Attention all timeshare owners. This ebook is for you. 13 steps to cancel your timeshare.
"Of my post online. I I answered my front door, and a group of 5 to 7 were there to put me in an ambulance where I was later injected. And I asked them not to. I have no cell phone. I had no cell phone, no communication. I was taken to the Southern Hills Hospital and then transferred to Seven Hills, where they tried to force me to take meds and injections. The next page, assumed to be written while he was still in the facility, reads, I called the Raiders GM 6 to 7 times asking for help, and I wondered if he had put me in here, but he never answered. I even left him voicemails. I was just trying to figure out why I'm not allowed in the building still, and why do I have to continue to watch my brother suffer every Sunday, but no answer. This place, Healthy Heroes, is not a place for high-profile athletes. My first night, I slept on the floor and was not offered a bed. My brother...
Who are you? Who the hell are you to think that... And see, this is the thing. I'm glad that the journalist actually was smart enough to point this out. He caught it, and then I'm glad he said it. Because these people like to think that they're above the law just because they're an athlete, a celebrity, athlete at that they can use their status to try to get away with breaking the law, or they can try to use their celebrity status to get away out of, being shunned or, being ridiculed or ostracized. Watch this.
Had to bring me decent meals to eat and clothes. Every game that I miss is $1 million. I'm still confused on what I did wrong. I'm stuck here. I'm very sane. Now put this picture up again, because I want to make this contextualization, dear brother, because you said something that I think you may have a different view of today, when you said this is not a place for high-profile athletes. Sir, it's not a place for anybody if you're not able to get a proper bed to sleep on or meal to eat. Nobody deserves that, high profile or not. Just want to make that reference. He continues in a short page saying that that he works out in his room every day, even down the halls of the facility. He also claims that whoever put him in here has bad intentions. He then states that he is too strong to be mentally broken, referencing friends that know him saying they know. Finally, he shares an alleged copy of the patient rights, highlighting where the facility violated them. His mental faculties are quite advanced, if you're saying he's in some kind of mental decline, because he's able to be very analytical and very, critical in his thinking. And he can also do contrast narratives quite well, put it up full mass. This is interesting. 3 notable sections from the alleged hospital document read, you have the right to refuse treatment and medication. But according to him, they forced it. You have the right to be treated in the least restrictive environment. And you have the right to be treated. You have the right to the least restrictive environment, and you have the right to be treated in the least restrictive environment. So let me give you a backstory on Jones' volatile relationship with the Raiders, the owners and coaches. Jones was placed on the non-football illness list last week, ruling him out of playing indefinitely, okay? Raiders head coach Josh McDaniel said Jones' situation was a personal situation and a private matter. When he was ruled out, Jones has been inactive for the 2 weeks of the season and has been away from the Raiders since their final training camp practice, August 31st. Just a week prior to his alleged forced hospital stay, Jones took to X, formerly known as Twitter, accusing the identity of a man he claims molested his goddaughter. Now keep that picture up. I want you to keep it up. Just a week prior to his alleged forced hospital stay in a mental health Twitter, accusing the Raiders owner, Mark, was a personal situation and a private matter. When he was ruled out, Jones has been inactive for the 2 weeks of the season and has been away from the Raiders since their final training camp practice, August 31st. Just a week prior to his alleged forced hospital stay, Jones took to X, formerly known as Twitter, accusing the Raiders owner, Mark Davis, of protecting the identity of a man he claims molested his goddaughter. Now keep that picture up. I want you to keep it up. Just a week prior to his alleged forced hospital stay in a mental health facility where he was injected by medication, according to him, against his will. 2 weeks prior to any of that happening, Mr. Jones took to social media accusing the Raiders owner, Mark Davis, of protecting the identity of a man he claims molested his goddaughter. Before he was allegedly put into a mental hospital against his will, Jones sent what's being called a bizarre X post last week about Raiders owner Mark Davis. According to the Bleacher Report, quote, "I wish Mark Davis told people I really can't play." Jones allegedly wrote in the now deleted post. Jones continued his claims, writing, "Mark Davis didn't know I didn't have any kids, and I was fostering a very important man's kid. I won't say his name, but once I found out that was done to this little girl, I wasn't allowed back in the building," he says. The defensive end allegedly let loose in a string of allegations on Instagram saying he was no longer allowed into the franchise headquarters, that he no longer wanted to be part of the team, and that he had issues with McDaniel and Ziegler. You know, he may have issues with the man he said he has issues. You know, that's possible. He may not have a mental health disorder. He may be in his complete right mind, which is what created the disorder, allegedly. I believe that there's more to this story. I believe that Mr. Jones has more to say. And I will say this for anyone who can tag the brother on social media, if you know him directly. If he has more to say, Indisputable is willing to hear it. Okay? And I want to take this moment seriously. Now, naturally, we will reach out to whoever is accused of such an extreme act. But at the end of this, there's a possible victim here if what Mr. Jones is saying is true. That's the part not being reported. If what he said is accurate, what he's saying is true, there's a victim here. All right?
Okay. And this is why I said that this journalist made out some great highlights. Like, he highlighted a few things. Like, for instance, when he said, he talked about this last thing that he just said, he talked about if in fact, you see he repeated it more than once, because this is why I know these people already be knowing what's going on. They can't say what really is going on. That's why he was looking down and everything. Come on now. But I will say this. He said that there is a victim. Okay. There is a victim. Didn't say who. Didn't say the kid. You see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I believe, and this is why I'm telling you that I believe that this is all bullshit. The whole story is bullshit, okay? And I'm going to give you my explanation as to why I believe it's bullshit. Okay? Because in one breath, you're going to say, oh, you ain't going to mention the dude who clearly, you know, molested this little girl whom you fostered, and it's your goddaughter. You'll say that, though. You'll say all of that. You'll say your goddaughter was molested, put her out on blast, right? If this is even a thing. That's what I'm saying. If that actually happened. But you'll say all that, but then you'll keep the fucking pedophile, okay? The villain. You'll keep him in saving grace. See, this is the problem. This is how I knew this is bullshit. The whole story just don't add up and it don't make any sense to me. So I'm going to tell you what I started doing. Okay, I started doing some digging because I'll listen to what a person says. You understand what I'm saying? I'll listen to what a person says. But, you know, I want to see what you look like. So I'm going to tell you what I started doing. I started looking at this person. I'm like, okay, I hear what words you're producing, but I want to put a face to what you're saying. So I started looking at pictures, you know, and stuff like that. And there's just it was just something that just didn't make sense to me, right? So then I'm like, okay, this person's proportions is way off. Not to mention that he's 33 years old, because I looked up the name of, I looked up the birthday, of how old this guy was, and he's 33. Okay, he just turned 33 February, 27th, I think. So he's 33. So I'm looking, you understand, and these people like to lie about their age as well. I'm not saying that this person's 33 or not, but I don't really give a damn. But it's just interesting because I'm looking at all these pictures and I'm just like, well, something's weird about this guy. Okay, and I study anthropology. I told you guys, I studied anatomy, kinesiology. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm able to tell if you are a mutant or not, and I don't give a damn what nobody says. You can strike my channel, strike this video, whatever you want to do. I don't care, because I'm going to say what needs to be said. They out here lying to y'all. You understand? They almost had me fooled. They almost did, but you ain't fooling me one bit. So I was looking at this person's stature, and you notice that this person's, I'm looking at the clavicles. You can't really see it fully because this person's wearing the jersey, and that's why I'm saying this person, because this is not a biological male. You understand what I'm saying? You can tell by the sloping shoulders. That's why this person is hunching over to try to cast the illusion that they have longer arms, right? Instead of standing upright, because a real man would be standing upright because he naturally has, broad shoulders, right? And the thing that almost threw me off, was the fact that this person has a thick ass fucking neck. Okay? Thick neck, which is another reason why that casts the illusion to make up for the lack of the broad shoulders, because a real man can quote unquote house 3 heads on his shoulders. That's how broad his shoulders are. Okay, a real man. You understand? This is how I knew this was a transformer. Okay. So then I came across a picture in particular. Where is it? Hold on, give me a second. Can't find that exact picture, but nonetheless, here is a picture of his so-called brother, right? Look at him with his hands in his pocket, throwing up. You see it. You see it, right? Yeah, so I came across that picture, and then I'm like, okay, well, who is this person? Because this person looks exactly like so-called him. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to look him up. And then I found out that person is John Bones Jones, the lightweight. Okay. And what's interesting is that I started looking at this person's pictures as well, because I'm like, wait a minute, this stuff is just not adding up. Okay. I'm looking at this person's pictures too, and I'm like, okay, his, quote unquote, his shoulders are sloping as well. But not only that, but this is what stood out to me, which made me notice that this person happens to be a biological female too. And you see Philippians 4:13 on this person's chest. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You see that. But I'm going to tell you exactly what stood out to me. If I can find the picture, let me just go through this. It's a lot quicker. Where this person is standing upright, because only a female has this type of fat around the belly button, because they need to house, because they hold a womb. You understand? Only a female has that. Only a female has that. Let me see. Where is it? This is a better picture. Right there around the tummy. Yeah, you see that little fat, that area around right there around the tummy? Yeah, this is a woman, and you can tell. And it's interesting because they'll throw you off. I'm telling you, they'll throw you off. They'll throw you off. I'm telling you. And the illusion is their necks are so thick. And see, here's what happens is that they take testosterone and they take them hormones and they put them on hormone therapy at a very young age, because what that starts to do is that it starts to create bone thickening, which is the tissue around the bones, okay? It'll start to create this illusion to make them look like as if they have an eyebrow ridge, which only a real man does, but they'll start to develop thickening around that area. Okay, but you'll be able to tell because it looks abnormal. It doesn't look like a real male ridge. And here you can really see it. Here you can really see it. You see that belly button right there? You see how they look at the clavicles. Look at the clavicles. Look at the clavicles. And then I tried to be light. Okay? I tried to be light and say, okay, well, maybe this person was an hermaphrodite and had both parts. But no. This is evidently clear. Look at that. Look at the stomach. This don't look like no damn male stomach. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. I see the bullshit. And don't be fooled about the equipment that they wear, because they wear padding, they wear equipment, extensions between their legs. You know if you got a motherfucking you know what you got between your legs or not. That's all I'm saying. You can play with people if you want to. You can play with people if you want to. That's a female. That is a female like none other. And see, the thing is that the reason why they don't want to work out their lower extremities is because you're going to be able to see their female gait. Okay? A lot of them do that. But they spend so much time working out their upper body. Okay? Because they know that this, upside down triangle figure is what a man houses, because his shoulders are so broad. And even then, this person does not have broad shoulders. That's not broad to me. That's not. You can see this clavicles. You understand? You can see the clavicles. And the shoulders right up by the neckline is sloping down. And see, a woman has a curvaceous spine. And I can tell that this person has a curvaceous spine. That's the reason why they won't show it. Actually, you can see it right here. Look at that. Bam. You see it right even there. Right there. It goes right into the pelvis. Yep. You're not fooling me. So then, it was another picture, if I can find it. Hold on, I think it's somewhere down here. I came across this other picture after I discovered this person. And I'm about to make my point in a minute after I find this picture. I'm about to make my point as to why I think that this is all fake. The story with Chandler Jones, I think it's BS. I'm going to tell you why. Oh, here we go. I came across this picture. I'm like, who the hell is this? Clearly, I know this person. This is Bones over here, right? Is a woman. Then I said, this person is one too. And then I found out that this is their other so-called brother. So I'm like, all three are fucking biological women? All three of them are Transformers. All three of them. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I know. Trust me, I know. They fooling y'all, but they ain't fooling me. A real man has an Adam's apple. How come all of them? How come you don't see the Adam's apple, huh? You don't even see the indentation. It's not there. You see what I'm saying? It's not there. And see, the ones who carry more weight, they'll throw you off big time, because it's like, oh, okay, well, it's hard to see their bones. And you understand? Because that's what they can't change. They cannot alter the bones. You understand? They can't. So while y'all thinking that it's just like, celebrities in the entertainment industry who are Transformers, no, they are populated, okay, in the space of the sports industry, okay? They are. They are. So these are all three Transformers. And I could tell. It ain't hard for me. I can tell by the body proportions and everything. These are all fucking Transformers. All three of them. So let me make my point. Okay? Let me make my point. Let me get rid of them. Came across this article, right? So it says, Raiders' Chandler Jones posts video filled with wild accusations as troubling activity continues. Listen, I don't need to go and watch those videos because I already know why you crying, why you doing all this. This is a humiliation ritual, okay? And this is why I told y'all need to read a bunch of articles, because the truth is sprinkled everywhere. You need to piece it together, because they will put the truth in front of your eyes, play on your intelligence, and know damn well you ain't looking at that because you're thinking that these people are actually biologically born men when they're not. Rated star Chandler Jones continued his troubling social media activity. You know what? I don't even have to read this. Hold on. Let me read what he said. He said, y'all don't know what Josh McDaniels really did to Aaron Hernandez. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I'm drinking my tea and I almost choked off of it. Y'all thought Aaron Hernandez killed himself in jail. Jones said breaking down and then cutting off the stream. Notice how he mentions, so-called he, mentions Aaron Hernandez. It said Jones and Hernandez were Patriot teammates with McDaniels, while McDaniels was the team offensive coordinator. Here it is right here. In your face. You see the emoji? XX. Let me go to it since some of y'all act like y'all don't understand basic biology. Oh. Let's go to it. What's XX chromosome, folks? What's XX chromosome, folks? Huh? What does that mean? What does it mean? Female. Oh. You see? Female. Okay? Female. There's no Y on that shirt. It's XX. XX. Right there. Right there in your face. So you can stop crying like the bitch that you are, because we already know that you're a real fucking biological woman. And you want me to go back to all those little posts? I'm going to say that perping posts. Because the truth is that it's so much going on in just the story. Like, they like to mock us who's actually really going through this shit. Because I done been thrown into a lot of sanitariums against my will as well. They done shoved antipsychotics down my throat. They done shot me up with paliperidone. You understand? Abilify, so on and so forth. Lithium, they tried to shove down my throat. You understand? It fucked up my motor skills. It knocked me off of my equilibrium. You understand? My calibration skills was just off. I couldn't even sleep. I had to lay down to the side just to go to sleep. You understand? This is the type of stuff that they do. So we understand the ones who's actually really in this program going through this, because this person signed up to do this stuff. You understand? This is your humiliation ritual. And then some people are probably thinking, oh, well, he's 33, so they're gonna get ready to sacrifice him. Why he mentioned Aaron Hernandez and they did that to him, made him look like he killed himself and stuff like that. See, y'all do not look at the signs when the trickery is in your face. You understand? The trickery is in your face. Why would I believe anything that this motherfucker is saying? And you a damn transformer. You down with the motherfucking game. You're down with it. You talking about missing a few millions here and there. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You need to be up in there because you're just as crazy as the ones who were crazy enough to birth you. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. Because you know what you got between your legs and what you do not have between your legs. You understand? Oh, well, it ain't the child's fault, it's the parent's fault. Yeah, it is the parent's fault, because I'm going to tell you this. They shouldn't have been fucking their cousin, because only this can happen by way of incest. This is a genetic defect. You understand? These people are serpent seed. That's why I feel like this is all a humiliation ritual. And this motherfucker is going through this because, guess what? You already done been sacrificed. Your parents did that to you. You understand? When they decided to turn you into the opposite sex, to turn you into a mutant. You understand? But you're down with it because you're still parading around as if you're an actual natural born man when you're not. You understand? When you're not. All three of them are actually biological women. I don't see no Adam's apple in none of their necks. You can go and look up the pictures your damn self. I didn't already showed you a few pictures anyways. I don't need to do that. I didn't already done my transvestigation. Go and do yours if you care so much. But see, y'all ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna hearken to it because you still want to worship these people. You still want to be able to watch football and say, oh, okay, yeah, get it, Chandler. You still want to be able to watch UFC and look at these people like as if they're actual men playing at a sport, excelling at it, winning these titles. $33. I'm very sane, said Jones, 33. I just want to play for the Raiders. Yeah, we know, and that you will. And we know you sane, but you got to play the game because this is a humiliation ritual. That's what it is. So when they talk about the little girl, when he talked about the little girl, who really is the little girl, I want to ask? Who was molested? Who was the real little girl that was molested? Mm. 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 Dun 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 dun. That's the big Jeopardy question. Huh? I think it's these owners, Jones said. I don't know what's going on. Larry, whatever shit he got going on, he's being controlled by somebody. And I think whenever niggas retire, Larry, Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, whenever they retire from what they are doing, something happens to them somehow. And then he says that at the end, Jones went on to claim players were being injected with fluoride and that CTE doesn't exist. Now, that may be true. Y'all might be injected with fluoride. But this is what I'm saying, though. CTE is a thing. That's a thing that actually has been proven by scientists. You understand? Surgeons have said this. This is some shit that you guys develop. You understand? But see, this just goes back to what I was fucking saying, though. Why are you developing these fucking issues? It's number one, it's because the shit that they injecting you with, what else are they really injecting you with? Have you talked about your hormone therapy that they're injecting you with? The testosterone injections that you have to get? Huh? Because all that shit that went to your motherfucking head. And see, I already knew something was up because I'm looking at these people's hands and stuff, and you see how big the head is. The hands are actually smaller. Because a real man his hands should be able to fit over his fucking face. How come you can already see he don't even have the fingers, she don't even have the fingers stretched over the whole face to be able to cover it because you already know it's smaller. The same thing with the brother, the so-called brother. I'm going to say sister because I'm going to keep it exactly what it is. It's all in the family. John Bones Jones. Let me see this hands. Let me just go to this hands. And don't play that with me, because they like to go in and manipulate pictures. They do that all the time. Come on now. It's called CGI. Look at them hands. Them hands. Look at the fingers. You see the index and the ring finger? They align up perfectly. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And my whole thing is not to do this, to come down upon people who are mutants. That's not my problem. That's what you chose. But all I'm saying is it's just a deception. Because you got actual little biological boys who's looking up to these people, wanting to be like them. And unfortunately, that's error. That's error. Because they need to be looking up to actual men. You understand? They do. But no, they want everybody to be homosexual. They want everybody to be down with the trans agenda. You understand? They want you to be something that you're not. And look at that spine. That spine is curved. I can still tell that it's curved from the back. That's why it's not so many photos of this person standing to the side, because they know we're going to see that. Once again, with the hands. Yeah, They align up perfectly. The index and the ring finger. They align up perfectly and they look like feminine damn hands. Are you kidding me? But y'all would still say, "Oh, this is he a real man. That's a man. Look at that spine. Look at the end. I mean, you know, he this, he that." No, he not. Y'all not fooling nobody. You need to go and you need to do your research. I'm telling you. Go and look up the female gate. Go and look up the male gate. You understand? Go and look up the Q angle. Excuse me, y'all. Look at the clavicles between a male and a female. See, that person on the left is an actual transgender. You see them damn them collarbones? See, it's gonna protrude out. And look at the female. You see? And you're gonna tell because the clavicles are right up there, like I said, by the neck. Okay. Thus, the reason why the shoulders must slope. Don't play with me. You can play with yourself. The proof is in the pudding. I don't care what anybody says. This is all bullshit. This is bullshit. And no, this person is not going to be sacrificed because they've already been sacrificed. Their parents did that to them. Okay? They mutilated them at a young age. Okay? They did. So there's no reason for this person to be sacrificed because they are already sacrificed. I believe that this is bullshit. This is mockery, especially to people who's actually in this program, you know, who's been thrown into the system of psychiatry illegally, placed on antipsychotics, shot up with them as well. You understand? This is all bullshit. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't feel sorry for them. Peace and blessings to my people scattered across the four corners of the earth and to the stranger who has maligned themselves with Israel. Shalom, and be deceived no more, okay? Because some of your favorite players might be the opposite sex.